Okay, so to set the scene here, you exited an underground tunnel that led into the back room behind the altar of a temple of Perilia. The temple isn't big, but it goes up about 30 feet up into the peak of its arched roof. There's stained glass windows all on along the walls, depicting a woman in various poses with open hands and open arms that go all the way up the walls until they start arcing at about 20 feet high. Before you are four women, armed and armored with strange gear. On the floor is the corpse of an old woman with blood pooled up around her on the carpet and the stone. And as soon as you guys walk in, Sister Malefites here says, "Hey, who are you? How did you come in through there?" And the woman over here says, "Come in through where?" "From the underground, Mina." "Sister Malefites, you knew about the other way into the sanctuary and you never told me?" "It wasn't really relevant while Mother Superior was still in charge, was it?" "She knew of this too? How am I supposed to protect us if we keep all these secrets?" "You are not in charge here, Mina. Mother Finchess's corpse is barely cold and you are already sizing up her habit." "Please, please. Mina means well, Mel. We're a small group. A clear chain of command is important lest we fracture. Come on, you guys are friends." And Mina's like, "I thought we were." And then Malefites scoffs and she wanders off to the back of the sanctuary, like shoulders past you guys, and goes back to check the tunnel where you just came from.
Could I, cast a spell on David this early in the game?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to do lesser restoration and see if that would, heal his beard because I know he's crying over there.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. And while you're doing that, Sister Kron over here, she goes, "Shut up, everyone. Our guests are heavily armed and intruding on an internal affair." The woman, she's really big, like she's tall and let's see, she's tall and broad and has like a handsome face and brown eyes. She comes up to you guys and is like, "What are your names?"
She has a handsome face.
Handsome face. Yes, I wrote that right here. Okay.
I like it.
Very handsome.
What are
We're
your names?
simple adventurers sent here to help out and investigate.
Didn't
I am
ask what
Sun
you were here for. I asked for your names.
I am giving you my name.
I'm Shredder Hammer Striker, cleric of the Clan Geddons.
Alex.
Sun Go Frog, priest of the Theist.
Call me what you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
Sarah.
Madam Claptrap, my dear.
All right, Bree, you need to roll deception. You decide to lie right away.
Well, actually, her name was Sarah before it was Lark.
Oh,
But
okay. Well, that's a truth, I guess.
I could roll deception. That's cool. I want to try it out.
Big money, no whammy. Oh,
Oh no!
So she looks at you like she knows you're lying, but it's not the huge deal to her anymore. She says, "Fine, you can stay." And she nods, does an about face, and just posts up by the door over here.
Okay.
So this woman right here, she's like a tall and lanky blonde girl, kind of like runs over here next to you guys, is like, "Oh, what an eclectic mix of names. I bet there's lots of stories behind your presence here. Oh, look at that, Kron. They've got dwarf work cannons. Ooh, that one's got a pressurized liquid dispersal machine. Oh, look, that one's got a loading mechanism there." Pitra seems to trail off and get right into everybody's personal space the entire time, like poking and prodding all your gear and oohing and eyeing now and then.
if you like, we can go through a complete diagram and diagnostic of my pressurized canisters.
We could do some trading. I liked the shape of your armor.
Ooh, I'd like that. I like to see all of your gear. You've got some fancy stuff, and I don't see a lot of dwarven things. So Mina comes over here next to you guys and said, "My apologies for the behavior of my sisters. You've caught us at a difficult time."
Can I do a religion check to see if they have a martial order or if this is something different from the religion that this church is supposed to be?
Go ahead. All right. You don't exactly know everything about Perilia's worshippers, but you do know that there are some militant sects of the church, and they're not exactly law-abiding clergy, but they're tolerated because they do good works.
What do I need to do to read this book?
Let's see. You've got comprehend languages, so you could probably just read it. Right now, it's in a script that is celestial.
I can make
Yeah,
another
just-
history
I'll just read
check
it.
on the place. Kind of see if there's any extra history on it that we might know about.
Can you tell me what is in the book?
Sure. I mean, did you cast your comprehend languages, or do you know celestial?
I do not know Celestial. I don't know if I want to know about it that bad.
I
Okay.
think I might. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, because
No.
reading celestial words as a heathen might hurt you.
All right. So, Sister Mina here sees you guys eyeing the book and the altar and such, and she pipes up and says, Hey, I understand you guys are curious and you guys just got here, but remember, you came in through a back door I did not know about, and it's a little suspicious. I'd love to get your stories, but at the same time, I have my other responsibilities.
Is there
Just,
anything that we can do to help with your situation that's going on?
I don't know. Is there anything you can do?
I
I know all my sisters and I know what they're capable of, but none of us are really professional investigators either.
You tell us where we are in relation to the city.
You're on the northern half of the city. We're in a chapel just east of the wharf and south as well. We're on a street that's not as much used as one of the main thoroughfares, but we do get our fair amount of traffic. Well, at least we did before the zombies.
Are we close? Okay, so your description, are we close to Claptra then?
No, you're not at all close to Claptra. Claptra is elevated on this island. It's about, let's see, you'd have to travel east for a few hours on foot, and then there's a cliff, and you'd have to take a switchback all the way up the cliff to get to the area with Claptra.
So, I'm trying to figure out where we are.
Yeah, I'm trying to use your description to understand the hand-drawn map you gave us.
Okay, let me take a look at the hand-drawn map, and I will try to give you
You're
a
talking about the
position.
seaside.
Okay, yes. You are south of the seaside wharf, south of that main thoroughfare where the rest is, right? And you see that first road that turns left off of that main thoroughfare and makes an L, like a backwards L?
Like between the rest and Claptra?
Yeah. She's saying you're not close to Claptra because you would have to go all the way around to the south and up Market Street to get up to it because it's on like a big cliff. There's like
Okay.
a vertical separation between here and the prison.
Okay.
So we traveled from Market Street down by the mud pier all the way up to just south of or just east of the rest.
That's right.
Wow. Cool.
May I offer you my services as a funeral rites? With these bloody undead going off everywhere, can't be too careful.
I do appreciate the gesture, but we can carry out our own funeral rites here. I and my sisters are all clerics in this church, and we have our own practices and such.
Do a check to see the doors in the other room. I can't quite tell from your map.
Oh, the other room is not connected to this one directly.
No, I meant just in this map. Where are the doors?
Oh, okay. There is a main double doors over here by Sister Kron. There's the door you came in on at the southeast end right here, and there's another door over this way that goes to someplace you don't know about yet.
While y'all talking, I have a conversation with Madam Claptrap over here.
I would like to investigate the body if you wouldn't mind. I am very well versed in battlefield tactics and wounds.
Well, you're in good company here then. We are also all battle clerics of Perilia, although we don't have the same methods you do. If you think you're able to help, that's great. Just be delicate, will you please? She was our mother superior, and she was our leader, our mother, and a master craftswoman. She deserves respect.
We'll also join Sungo Frog to check out the body.
All right.
She was the master craft. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Sister Mina kind of puts on her command pants and shouts like, "These people are going to help us. I want you all to give them your full cooperation." And Sister Malefites down here like goes into the door where you guys came from and disappears because she's checking the tunnel. Sister Pitra is not listening. She's just going around and she's looking at Dunnan's gauntlets right now. Like,
Did say she was
these are wonderful. How did you fit the munitions inside?
What did you said she was a master craftswoman? What was her trade?
We're all artificers here, madam.
Okay.
She built a lot of what you see before you. It may not look like much, but it requires a firm head on your shoulders and an ability to work.
I'd like to investigate the body here, Pato.
Same.
Okay. I want you guys to roll an investigation check. Tell me specifically what you're looking at.
Look at the wound and the blood spatter.
The ring.
I'm also looking to judge the weapon and possible position of the body for how she was attacked.
So what did you say, Alex?
The ring. The big, shiny, glowing yellow ring on her hand. What is that? Oh, that's them
Big
to look at
shiny
that.
glowy yellow ring.
I don't
The
see
dead
Oh,
body?
that.
You don't see it?
that is a mark I accidentally put on the thing. Sorry.
Oh, it was exactly
it was a
on her
smudge
hand.
on the lens, sir.
It was exactly on her hands. I thought it was like a giant ring
Yeah.
or something.
Okay.
Like
So-
that.
Sungo, Treader, both of you roll an investigation check. Ew.
And the rolls are back.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Eki, you kind of look in the wrong place at first, and you don't quite see anything. But once Treader points out the cause of death, you see like a puncture wound above the collarbone, down into the lung, and it nicked the heart, straight in and out, very precise. But she didn't die right away. She was made to suffer. She drowned in her own blood.
Can I do a history on the wound type? So if I've seen it before on the battlefields.
You can do a history on the shape, I guess.
I would also, since we're both war clerics, like to do that.
Okay. You can take an advantage on this one since you guys are battlefield dudes. All right. 22, 11. All right. Both of you recognize this as a long poignard, which is like a long puncturing dagger meant to go through armor.
Go through her armor, or did it go around her armor?
She's wearing no armor, but it did go very much through her.
Does this look like she was caught from behind, or was this a frontal attack?
Hard to tell where you're looking.
Okay, which position? Body, face down or face up?
It's face up.
Can we investigate the blood splatter to see if it gives us any more details about maybe positioning, or if there's any kind of traces of blood following anywhere?
All right. Do an investigation on the blood splatter.
She scrawled something in the blood, possibly.
Let's find out. 12 and a 10. Okay. You two see the start of some big footprints that go toward the entrance of the chapel, like walking away from the body. And it looks like he stepped in at least one bit of blood and then tracked it to the front.
So it's a he.
Sister Mina, who discovered the body first?
Let me grab her here. Okay, she says that she goes, "Oh, the body was reported by one of our girls. This is a chapel and an orphanage. We have many charges here, but it was discovered by one of our girls, and she's been quite inconsolable ever since. She came and got the four of us in the training room."
I do a investigation of the footprint to see if I can judge the size, maybe race or appropriate build of the person that may have made the footprint.
Okay, let me put a pause on this right quick. While you guys are doing this, as you're going, let's see. I've got Sister Malefites has come back, or Sister Mel, as her friends have been calling her. She comes back and kind of takes a look at what you guys are doing, and kind of sighs, and then turns to Lark, and hold on just a moment. I've got this here.
Well, Lark is kind of sitting in the pews. She's not excited to be in a church at all.
Uh-huh.
She's kind of pissed off, actually. So yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Okay. So, God dang it. I've lost my note here.
Can I do a side thing while you're doing that?
Oh, there we go. So she turns to Lark and she says, "Hello there. So, you look uncomfortable. You all right?"
Churches and I, we just really don't get along. Since the gods,
Hmm.
they haven't really been my friends necessarily.
I think I know your type. By the way, does your friend over there know his spirit's untethered?
Which friend? I wouldn't put it past any of them.
The short one, over there that Sister Petra's talking to.
I
I
swear I
doubt
tried
it.
it.
I sincerely doubt it. Anything I can do about that spirit?
You? No.
Nor you or whoever.
No,
I
but I'd
mean,
like
we
to
might
know
as
more
well get
about
all.
it. His spirit, it's out of sync with his movements. I've seen it happen before. Normally it's not a problem, but it's good that he's here now with me.
Good, maybe give him a tune-up.
No, I don't want to help him heal. I want to help him maintain the loose connection.
Okie dokie, mumbo jumbo.
She kind of like blows a raspberry at you and walks back over to Dunnan over here. All right, guys, continue with your investigation.
Sorry.
Uh,
I am Lark. I am yeah,
Aloft.
aloft and kind of annoyed by the gods.
Okay, so you're investigating the footprints to see how big Home Dude is?
stature, weight.
All right. You see that it's probably a male's foot because it's pretty large. It's a large boot, but the way that the blood is splattered and the space between his prints, he's not extremely large. He's not super tall.
So I want to go back over to her. Where is she? She's by Dunnan.
Madam Claptrap, after having a bit of a conversation with Alex, looks up at him and winks and goes, "You gonna stand there all day, soldier? Come and have a seat. Rest your head on my bosom. Let me stroke your beard."
What beard?
The
Okay, here.
beard that they restored.
Okay.
So I go
Budding
back
now.
over to this lady and I say, okay, hypothetically, if one has a wonky spirit, what would they do?
I didn't say wonky. I said his spirit's been untethered.
I mean, floaty then?
Oh, very well. Have you had a near-death experience recently?
Well, ate some bad chili, but sure.
That pile of dirt out there had you hanging.
Ah, I've had worse hangovers.
I've seen this
I
kind of thing
think
before. Though at that time, the patient, we let him heal, but he's never quite right afterward.
He was never quite right before.
I tell
Burn.
you, you got any of that sacrificial wine, and we can do whatever mumbo jumbo tests you want.
Listen, having an untethered spirit, it's dangerous, but it has its advantages. I tell you what, you help Sister Mina over there investigate things and track down whoever did this, and I'll show you how to use it. What do you think?
I'm game if you are.
Ooh, done it special.
So while everyone's talking, I talk to Madame Claptrap and ask her for the sheath that we found earlier to see if I
Ah.
can put my dagger into it. Just to
Oh,
see what
my.
happens.
You're gonna pump your dagger into it.
You want to put
Several times.
want to put your dagger in my sheath, do you? Well, let me see.
Okay,
Sorry.
but before you even like are able to say anything, like once you the word sheath leave your mouth, like Pitra like runs over and says like, "Ooh, you've got an eater. How nice for you. Maybe you want to do that outside then?"
What's neater?
Well, Pitra. Wait, what is her mother? What's her first name?
It's Pitra.
Does that say sister?
Yeah, it's Sister Pitra, but I think she'd be okay with first name basis.
Cool. Well then, Pitra, could you tell us a little bit about this eater scabbard that you are so enamored with?
Long as you maintain some social distance between me and it, I'll tell you all you want. This,
Put on your mask, woman.
don't get me wrong, I think they're fascinating objects. My studies have taken me into many, many different areas. But this is an area where the law and I agree. These things are outlawed for a reason. Do you know just how many resources go into just creating a magic item? Let's say a magic dagger. You can't just use regular steel. You've got to get rare metals to make the right alloy, and the tempering of the alloy is highly specialized depending on what you want it to do. You've got to train the miners to look for the right materials, the smith to use the right techniques, and then there's the magician that has to go into the extremely narrow field and then be willing to sit there by the forge for hours with sparks flying in their face to channel energy into the blade at just the right place and in just the right amount.
We got it. So,
So,
Not to
yeah,
mention the failure rate's very high. The point is, magic items are rare for a reason. Each one is a representation of hundreds of thousands of hours of training and labor just to make an edge that cuts a little better than its mundane cousins. Your scabbard, your eater, consumes all that, and the world is short of all that time and all that expertise. And for what? Maybe a little mixing of the magics?
so after he eats it, what happens to the sword or dagger or whatever you put in there?
The magics themselves are mixed and sometimes in weird ways. Don't get me wrong, I've thought long and hard about what I would do with such a thing, but that's where the danger of these things lie. Not all magics play well together. Even if your scabbard works right now, you can sheathe a mundane blade inside and then draw it across someone's flesh to great effect, I'm sure. But will you let it stop there? Perhaps you come across a magic dagger that you think would make your scabbard, and therefore whatever blade you sheathe in it, even more powerful and more interesting. Wouldn't you be a little tempted to feed that extremely rare and powerful instrument of warfare to the Eater to try to get something even better? I know you would. Tell me, what side effects does the Eater enchantment produce now?
We were about to find out.
Alright, I'll stand over here, and you go ahead.
Is it possibly explosive?
I don't know. The fact that it's still here kinda tells me it doesn't explode, but the results are unpredictable. Depends on what's been fed to this particular eater long ago.
Uh,
Oh my.
So we're about to YOLO this.
hey, can they read the rune to determine what's on the eater?
You can try.
Claptrap.
Yep.
Alex,
Make
You want
an Arcana investigation, or make it an Arcana check. Sorry. 19. Okay. The runes you see on the side of the scabbard are they're definitely for the eater enchantment. Like it says like it can consume things that are put into the sheath. Right now there's a little bit of magical bleed coming off of it. Like enchantments inside of it are not playing super well together, but it doesn't look super dangerous. Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, Alex, darling, are you going to give it a try, or should I put it away?
Considering I just recently lost my beard, I may want to test my luck.
Let's just maybe try it on somebody who has.
guys, I'll put my dagger in it.
Oh, done it, darling. Well, here you are. Give it a try.
Front or back?
Flip a coin.
Whichever you
Oh,
prefer,
my.
darling.
Front. Here's my dagger.
Okay. So as you draw the dagger out of the eater sheath, right? The blade and the handle get like extremely hot, like uncomfortably hot, to the point where you think that like all you can think about right now is just keeping a hold of the dagger. It's not burning you per se, but it's extremely painful to hold, and you can see a bit of smoldering in your palm. So with your arcana check you did a while ago, Sam, you can see that the magical bleed definitely takes place on the mundane blade that has just been drawn from it a lot, and it's got a lot of heat associated with it. But that's all the side effects you can tell. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's good. That's good. It's just a little bit of heat. But what does it do when you use it?
Woman, you might want to get that thing checked. It's a little spicy.
I shall step away from this pew. Why don't you try giving it a cut? Oh, jeez, I've taken over Peter's accent. I have a bad habit of acquiring accents.
Let me attack a church pew with a knife.
All right. So roll roll an attack roll. It won't be very high to do.
What would be in it?
Just roll a d20. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. And roll a 1d4 for damage. Okay, so you stab down into the pew, and you can see the bit of it that's inside the pew smoldering, like it's about to catch fire. And then you start to smell smoke like from all around you, and you can see that this pew and this pew are both also they have a similar wound and a similar smoldering effect as you stab it.
Well, isn't that interesting?
And Pitra, she comes over and kind of looks at the sheath again, like, oh, that is interesting. It's got a mirrored effect to it. But it looks like it's a little bit uncomfortable to hold. Maybe you guys need some heavy gloves or some fire resistance or something if you want to use it?
I think I need to do a little bit more testing, but you got any zombies laying around?
Not currently. We just did a little sweep of the outside a moment ago. We took care of a lot of the zombies.
All right. Well, if anyone finds one, let Let me know.
Maybe you should sheathe that thing. And as you hold that mundane dagger, like that you drew from the sheath, and you just stabbed with it, it starts to cool down in your hand pretty slowly. It looks like the magic leaves the dagger after one hit.
One hit wonder.
Jump.
That's good. You Miss Tiefling. Tiefling, you're a Tiefling, right?
That's tiefling.
Sorry,
Deary.
never met one of you before. However, you have a bit of resistance to fire, don't you?
I do.
You think you could hold it?
Probably.
Well, that's good. You seem like a good home for the thing. Be careful, though. I heard a story about a bandit king that had an eater once, and he fed it the wrong enchantment one day. Every bit of organic matter for miles was disintegrated. No fire, no sound, just poof. The bonds that held all the living matter together just gave up. Very messy. I'm told they had to teleport the scabbard into the astral plane. From a safe distance, of course. You want my advice? Keep it as is, and don't let it out of your sight. Don't feed it, don't let it get into the wrong hands, and when you draw the blade, be wary of the consequences.
Thank you, Peter.
Alright, investigation guys, go do your thing.
Kind of lost where I was going with that.
Okay, so you
Would
just
like to-
investigated the footprints over here.
I want to ask on if she's noticed anybody coming in and out of the chapel recently, or whether to see anybody.
Sister Kron over here answers for her. She just says no and shakes her head. Sister Mina says we do have one witness, but it's a little girl, and she's pretty traumatized by what she saw.
Where is she?
Right now, I assume she's in her bed, but who knows? I'll send somebody to go check on her.
So our female companions are quite persuasive and quite ginger. Perhaps they could go and chat with her.
Be that as it may, you people are strangers around here, and she's an orphan, and she just saw someone murdered.
But you told us to help.
I'm practically a kid. It'll be fine.
Well, who wants to try to persuade her?
Me.
Yeah.
Or
She's
yeah.
she's surely got a low enough IQ. The kid'll think she's special.
Brian,
Yeah,
what's your
that
persuasion?
must be it. My persuasion's 6.
Same here. You go for it. I might startle her by my looks. From the sound of it, they've never seen one of me before, so I might be a bit
Tiefling.
alarming. Is it tiefling or tiefling? I think it's
It's
tiefling.
tiefling.
It
Yeah.
probably is.
Steve.
Can I, Sister Kron here, and ask her what's out the door she's guarding?
The outside.
But is the kid here? Or are you going? Or
You want to
someone
ask
going
her
to get
that?
her?
How are you going to go about this?
To
Well, I
persuade it.
thought she said someone would go get her.
Gotta convince her.
Oh, okay, sure.
You did say you were going to do that.
Well, I thought I was talking about the kid, not her. But okay. Well, okay. You see, I don't really get along with gods, but I totally get along with kids. I think we could become best buddies. And I'm an orphan too. It's a thing.
And Sister
I'd
Mina,
really like to talk to her.
all right, her eyes soften a little bit, and she says, well, Perilia would have a special place in her heart for you, since you're an orphan and all. Tell you what, you and your friend over there, you women can go back there and check on our charges.
Great.
Little Cyrilla's room is the second one on the left.
Anything to get out of this whatever the place is called. Sanctuary.
Quite yet.
Sister Malefites is like, well, good luck. It's all holy ground. You haven't burst into flames yet.
Nope, I'm good.
So
If anything is the proof of that, it's me.
Yeah.
All right, while those two go out there, Sun Go Frog and Treader, what else you guys got going on?
I'd like to investigate the door to see if there's any forced entrance or if they just walked in.
Okay. Take
And make a
do a perception check, please.
Where's out there? Is it the bottom?
Oh, up here. You got ship
Wow.
perception.
That's dagger.
And all of you guys have a passive perception. I think the highest one is like 13. As Lark comes over this way, you hear like a metal something clanging onto the ground right here next to her. And all of you catch like a sort of fluttering motion, like a shadowy something up above your heads. But when you look up, it's not there.
Did y'all see that?
Did
Sounds like my friend.
I'd like to do a detect magic spell.
Go ahead.
so was it moving? It went over our heads, so it's moving towards the front of the church.
Well, if you all make a perception check right now, I'll let you know.
Lark checks on her little drone to make sure.
Okay,
Jalen's pocket.
you guys with the high perception rolls, you notice that there is a window, like the top part of one of these windows up here is missing. Like there's a circular part of the window that's missing. And whatever just flew over your heads went out that way. And the object down here next to Lark is a sharp bit of metal that looks like it could be a caltrop.
That's probably the murder weapon.
No.
The murder weapon was a long thin dagger.
Okay, and the results of your detect magic, James, you see that there was an invisibility spell somewhere in here, and it wasn't cast here, but you certainly like detect the leavings of an invisibility spell.
What's a caltrop?
Snuck up Sister Superior
It's like
and
a big
stabbed her.
jack.
A caltrop is it's sort of like a ninja mine where like they would put these sharp bits of metal on the ground and people would step on it and they would be crippled because it would stab through their foot.
Like it's shaped like a mine, like a jack.
Round safety piece on it.
Oh, like like when you're playing jacks.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
think of it like
But
a
more-
spicy Lego.
Ooh.
So there's a concealment spell. And it looks like you can track the concealment spell. It kind of makes like a winding sort of like it makes it like a winding sort of track all around the sanctuary, by the doors, by the windows, and finally the freshest part of the trail goes out the front door.
Do you know where it started?
If you follow the track, you might be able to find where whoever it was went. Like if you want to travel like back to the older part of the trail, you can probably find his route through it.
Is.
Okay, as you walk around here, you detect it might like you notice like the footprints over here by the door right away, right? But as you follow the invisibility spell trail, you notice that he made much lighter steps all around the sanctuary as he wandered around. Like these are super obvious, but the ones that he used to wander around and go in and out of rooms and such, those are much more deftly done.
I wonder if he was looking for something specific.
For somebody specific, trying not to make noise.
Sister Mina, did the Mother Superior have anybody that wished her ill will, or did she carry any specific items that were of note or value to someone else?
Well, she was a woman of significant power within the church, but I can't think of anyone she made enemies with. She was one of our order. She was a warrior artificer, but we honestly, she was a very private person. I'm not sure. All right, as this goes on, I'm going to just assume you girls are in the back room and you've made your way over to the little girl's room, Cyrilla's room.
No.
When you say you girls, who are you?
You were going with her, right?
Well, I never said anything.
Fuck it then. Lark, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm in a
Guys
room.
should claptrap before she leaves, goes anywhere. So
Okay, yeah, you're outside of her room right now. It's the second one on the left.
Okay. So I knock on the door. It's just her room, or is there more kids, or do I know?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, I knock on the door and kind of enter softly, even though she's probably asleep. But
All right, the room is super small. There's just a little window, like a little narrow window that leads to the outside, and it's got glass over it. There's 2 beds, but you only see one girl in here,
okay.
and she's a little human girl.
Is she did my knocking wake her or no?
She's just sitting on the edge of the bed, kind of staring off into space.
What was her name? I lost it.
Cyrilla.
Okay. Hi, Cyrilla. My name's Lark. How are you?
She kind of looks your way for a moment, but doesn't meet your eyes, and then looks back down.
I heard you saw something kind of crazy today.
Roll a persuasion, please.
Okay. What? Why so low?
Okay, so she nods her head once, but doesn't meet your eyes.
Well, I came with a group of my friends, by accident. Actually, we just walked down a tunnel, and here everybody was. It was kind of crazy, but we came across the I think the thing that you saw earlier, and it wasn't pretty.
She shakes her head once, still doesn't meet your eyes.
I'm guessing. What was the name of the lady?
Sister Mina?
I'm guessing Sister Mina was a super nice lady, huh?
Oh no, you mean the dead lady?
Yeah.
Oh, Mother Finchess.
I guess Mother Finchess was a super nice lady, huh?
All right, roll another persuasion.
Okay.
Talk about you being an orphan.
I will.
Talk about your past.
My goodness, whispers from the gods. 26, a critical success. All right,
Mhm.
this seems to reach her. Like she looks up into your eyes and she nods her head and she says her first word. She's just like, yes. She gave me things.
Things. Wow. That's kind of hard when you're an orphan, huh? To find somebody that's so nice that shares with you.
She nods again.
Me too. My parents were obliterated by a meteor, and since then I've had a really hard time finding good friends.
So she kind of looks at you and then looks back at her lap and then she looks at you again and she gestures for you to come down next to her so she can whisper something in your ear.
Okay, so I kneel.
And yeah, and she's like, a shadow came and whispered to Mother Finchess and stabbed her.
A shadow. Was it a really big shadow or a really small shadow?
And she looks at you and shakes her head like she doesn't know. And then she's like, it looked at me, and then it was gone.
So you could see its eyes?
And she nods.
So do you think it recognized you?
And she shakes her head for no.
And it just left. It didn't come toward you, or did it have anything in its hands?
It was a shadow. It just got dark again and it was gone.
I see. I see.
What did the eyes look like?
So You said you saw its eyes? What did they look like? Were they any special color?
They were empty.
Wow, that must have been scary. I'm sorry that you had to go through something like that. Have you seen anything like that around here before?
She shakes her head for no.
Have you seen anything like that anywhere before? Not just here?
No. And she looks a little uncomfortable. She's grabbing like the pockets in her dress and twisting them around and fidgeting with something inside them.
Seems like you're a little uncomfortable. Do you need anything? Can I help you with something?
She looks down again and kind of shakes her head, and she's still got her hands in her pockets, and one of them looks like it's got something inside it.
What's in the pocket?
What's going on in your pocket, sweetie?
She like suddenly like takes both of her hands out of her pockets and like shakes her head, and it's like nothing.
Okay. So what do you do every day here?
Lately,
Mm-hmm.
and she doesn't know how to answer that. It is the zombie apocalypse.
Well, do you have any chores that you do?
She nods her head and she says, "I sweep."
You sweep. I see. So is that what's in your pocket? Something you found while you were sweeping, by any chance?
Roll a persuasion.
Okay.
That's a good one. 25 is pretty good. She looks at you. She reaches into her pocket and takes out a little wooden and metal doll. It looks old, and it's got like a little coat on it. And she says, "Mother Francesca gave this to me just before she died. She couldn't say anything, but she handed this to me, and I watched her die."
That must be a very special doll. I'd like to do an Arcana check on it.
Okay. It's completely mundane.
Okay, good. I guess.
Well, as far as you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Dang it.
why don't you do an investigation on it?
Okay.
If
Do you mind if I look at that real quick?
She nods and hands it to you. She looks like she's a little guilty that she took it, but she's glad to be rid of it as well. Your investigation turns up like you see it's super old, but it's probably a worry doll. Like you put it under your pillow to chase away bad dreams.
You know, um, don't feel guilty for taking this because it looks like she gave it to you right before. Um, this looks like something I used to have when I was a little girl called a worry doll. And it's something that you tell your worries to and you put it under your pillow whenever you're going to bed.
Oh yeah,
And
she nods vigorously at this, and she reaches under her pillow and pulls out like a newer looking one.
oh, you already have one. That's lovely. Do you
Sure.
think that is there something about this one that worries you?
She shakes her head, and she looks at you, and she's like, and she says, "That's all I know. I I know you're trying to help, but I just need some time."
Okay, well, um, I'm gonna go back, but I'm gonna. She pulls a feather out of her hair, and she said, "My name's Lark, and here's I like birds, and I keep a few special feathers with me, and so here's something to remember me by, and if you ever have anything you want to say to me, hold it and think really hard, and who knows, maybe the gods will bring me back to you.
Bring the doll with you.
All right,
And can I take this?
she nods, and like all she's got eyes for right now is the feather. She's kind of playing with it like it's an airplane or a bird.
Okay. I'll see you later. Try to get some sleep, okay?
She waves at you. It looks a little bit more cheery than what she did. I think the confession did her good.
Good night. And I head back to the sanctuary.
Okay, investigating guys, what are you doing while she's doing that?
I'm standing here next to Dunnan and Claptrap and asking them about the dagger they just used to burn the benches in the church. Kind of irritated.
I
That knife back to the little lady, because Sister Old Lady Pants told me I couldn't have it.
I'm casting mending on the benches to restore them to their, rightful, since they're in a church.
Yeah, Sister Mina looks appreciative to you for that. She was not looking forward to repairing those.
I'd like to question Sister Malaphites because she knew about the background passage.
Sister Mephistopheles.
Meliphates, but yes, just
Maleficent.
call her Mel or Sister Mel.
Sister Mel, what can you tell me about the background passage, the underground passageway that we came through? It doesn't look like it'd been used in a while, but definitely looked like there had been some traffic.
As far as I know, I was the only one that knew about it, along with Mother Finchess. I discovered it when I was a kid. I grew up here. However, the Church of Perilia and the law have not been on the same side for a lot of things. You know, the law is sometimes the first thing to forget about the needy and the orphans, and we tend to act extrajudicially a lot of the time. So I think the tunnel was a relic from when we were smuggling either people or goods to the other side of town.
Sungo, you might mention the person we're here to find, since you have a repertoire with these ladies.
I figured I'd get the investigation at least
No, that's fine.
before
That's
we
fine.
try to ask for favors from them.
From the metal harlots.
So can we investigate the body again and see if there's anything in that looks like it was removed from the pockets or
Sure.
So I come back and say, "Hey guys, poor little one was really traumatized, but she gave me this. I wasn't able to really find much on it. Maybe someone else can. I think it's a worry doll. I used to have one like it when I was a kid, and it looks like she has one just like it. But apparently, the mother gave it to this little girl just before she died. But she didn't say anything, and the little girl saw some sort of shadow. It looked at her and then flew away. She couldn't really give me the size of it or anything, or not flew away, but disappeared. She couldn't really give me much about it, just that it was a shadow.
Sister
Sister
Mina,
me.
Sister Mina says, "Oh, give the doll here. Let me see."
So I'd like to do an investigation check as it gets passed by, or an insight check.
Yeah, someone was looking for that doll. So
Okay, so your insight tells you again that the doll is old, like it has not been recently done. Like it's worn around the edges and it looks like it's been held a lot and it's been in a lot of places. And your sharp dwarven senses can kind of detect a hint of like woodland and like pine and such. All
the
right, so
game.
Sister Mina, she's like, yeah, Mother Finchess used to make this for all the kids that had nightmare problems. This one's old though. And Sister Mel just she looks at the doll and then like wanders off into the back.
What's wrong
Do
with her?
detect magic. I know. See if there was anything special about the doll.
Okay.
Other than it's from our invisible friend who used to be a girl in this school.
Completely mundane.
Bum, bum, bum.
You can still detect a bit of the invisibility magic on it, but the doll itself is mundane.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a girl done in. Maybe it was a boy that was an orphan here and had a thing with maybe the sister superior.
Oh
Whoever,
my.
I doubt it's the superior's doll. And why else would the girl be gripping it so?
So I want to go after the sister that left, Sister Mel.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
My.
Oh my.
No, it's survival is like tracking and such.
Okay.
It's
Oh
shit.
God!
So you just kind of barge back into the back room, and you don't see where she went.
What you looking for?
I kind of look over at the one sister that's left and be like, "What's up with her? Where'd she go? She okay? Something wrong? Does she not like dolls?"
Sister Mina, she kind of turns to you and says, Sister Mel is a friend, but she is quite difficult at times whenever she's not sure what she's doing. And the mother's death certainly put everybody into a tizzy.
That way when I don't know what's going on either.
Okay, Alex,
Maybe.
you kind of back Sungrow Frog up, and you can see that her little tracks like in the rugs and such and on the tiles, you see that next to her tracks at about the same interval are tracks from someone else with about the same shoe size. The ones with like the same shoe size seem to meander a bit, but they do go in the same general direction as she did.
Someone
Fourth.
swallow.
No.
And the tracks go all the way back to the body, and they wander all around. It seems to kind of coincide with where Treader was tracking his invisibility subject.
So, Sister Mina, did Sister Mel have a twin or a close friend when she was growing up in the orphanage?
Sister Mina kind of looks at you and she's like, "Well, I don't know. Sister Mel's a bit older than I am. She's a half elf. She's longer lived. I think she's, well, it's not nice to ask a lady's age, but she is significantly older than I am. If she did have someone that was close to her when she was a child, I would not have known them."
But surely you've heard stories from her.
From her? No. Sister Mel is a private person. She was, well, as you can see, all of us are dressed in a form of plate and with servos and gears and such. She is more of a, I don't know, sneaky sort of our order.
When the little girl came in to tell you about what happened to the lady over there, was Smell in there?
Yes, she was with us. We had just gone out to do a sweep. We got some of the undead off the street out in front of us. We do that every day.
Do you perhaps know where Sister Mel likes to go to be by herself?
As far as I know, with this whole apocalypse thing, either she's in her room or she just goes wandering about. She's quiet enough that the undead don't really bother her.
Can I go see her room, please? There's some
uh,
questions I would like to ask her.
if so, I'm coming with you. I am not comfortable with you invading anyone's privacy back there.
Do not mean to offend. I just merely wish to ask her a couple of questions. She seemed to have known something about the doll.
All right. Sister Mina scrutinizes you for a moment and looks you up and down, and then says, "Fine, follow me." She does like an about face and walks into the back room where Lark was. You all go down like a long hallway with a bunch of doors. Take a couple turns down a couple more like unlit hallways, and then finally you come to like a cell door. Like it looks like a very basic sort of like wooden door. She knocks on it, and nobody answers. And like she calls out like, "Hey, Mel, Mel, can we talk to you? But
I think. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I think one of us should stay by the little girl's room, just in case.
Okay, you want to do that?
I would like to stay by the little girl's room, just in
Okay.
case if she had decided to come back.
So, Sister Mina, she knocks on the door once more, but it kind of comes open. It's not latched, and you see that the room is empty, and the the top drawer in her dresser is open, and there's like clothes everywhere.
Do you have any plans to leave?
Not that I know of, but she's always off on her own doing something.
I'll make a perception check to see if there's any other disturbed objects in the room.
Make it investigation.
Okay. Hey, I didn't suck this time.
We hadn't found shit.
A floor and a ceiling in there.
Luckily, sun go frog.
All you can, your eyes just kind of wander to her undergarments that are on the floor, and it steals your attention.
You mind?
Mango got 19.
Oh, did he? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw the twos. Okay,
Jen.
so you see that apparently she came in here quickly, got something out of the drawer, and then left. Either that or somebody else tossed her room before she got here, and then she left very quickly.
Seems like somebody was in here in an awful hurry. I wonder what could be such an important matter with the Sister Superior dead now. Why would she leave in such a hurry after seeing such a doll? Can we see if there's any tracks or anything inside the room?
Yeah, make a survival check.
Since
Right.
the dolls seem so prevalent around these parts, are there any dolls like this in your canon or religion at all?
No, it's just something Mother Finchess used to make for the kids that were having a hard time adjusting to their new life. All right, Sungo, you see that her tracks lead out of the room, and down the hall and away from where you guys came from, but then there's like a high window, like up on top of like a bookshelf, and that is slightly ajar. It's apparently where she exited.
So how many of you ladies have these dolls?
I don't know. Whichever kids are having nightmare problems, that's who Mother Finchess made them for. I mean, I had one when I was a kid, but I didn't keep it for very long, and I gave it to someone else who needed it.
Is there any kind of log or registry of orphans?
A fine question. If so, then I would check. Yes, there's no office here. I would check by the altar and see if it's there.
Alright, so we know she went outside, but don't know where yet.
Pato, you said this place, all these people are artificers and master craftsmen and such, yes?
Yes.
Would they have a forge here in the church or nearby?
They, you can ask her, but like when you do, Sister Mina's like, yes, we have a machine shop, but we don't forge our own tools here. We have a nice deal with the forge across town. They make the raw materials and we machine it down.
How do you get it from there to here?
Right now, we don't. There's zombies everywhere.
I was wondering about that.
Would you be willing to show us this room and possibly help our kit in it? We could use some supplies.
Well, not particularly. You guys haven't really helped yet, have you?
So I want to go back to the altar and look and investigate to see if there's any kind of log.
Okay.
To take their kit then.
So you're all back in the main sanctuary then?
Well, I am sure they can.
I'm gonna stay with the little by the little girl's room.
Okay.
Make an investigation around the altar.
And just gonna come back and try to kill the girl because now she knows she's onto her.
All right. As you guys look through the log, you're searching back in dates, right? And Sister Mel comes in through the front door and gives Kron a nod. She's wet. It seems to be raining out there, and she looks a little scuffed up as well.
I'd like to do a perception check to notice Mel coming back in the room, and then start heading in her direction.
Okay.
Comb through the logs to see if anybody was in about the same time that Sister Mel was brought in.
As Sister Mel walks in, Madam Claptrap notices and states, "Oh my, Sister Mel. It seems to have started raining out there."
It is a bit drenchy out there.
Sister Mel, you also seem a little worse for wear. Could you use some heals, or would you like to share your experience out there today?
I'm fine, thank you. You're not going to
What is
find
that
my log
nod?
in there. You're not going to find a record of me in that altar.
What was
How would
that
you know
nod
if I was
about,
looking for
lady?
you?
Because I know that you've been on the same part of this investigation I've been. Once I saw that doll, it all became clear, or at least as clear as I think it can be.
Can you tell us about the
Would you
doll?
care to share?
This was the work of my brother, Gerald.
Why do you say
He's not. He took a different path than I did. He wasn't satisfied with being here, and he resented me joining the order, and he went and joined King Tuller's army.
Do
Probably
you have
part
a
of the elite
problem?
group.
Do you truly have a problem with the Sister Superior?
I don't know.
Wait. The elite group of King Tuller's army?
Yes. As far as I know, he's part of King Tuller's kill team.
Hmm.
He's sent me a couple letters over time. Most of them were dark and bitter, but I do know that he is in King Tuller's service, as far as I know. Madam Claptrap, you know something about this thanks to your background. King Tuller's kill teams are his elite sort of black bag soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
and he uses them to do a bunch of dirty work around. No one's ever really caught them or really implicated Tuller in the whole thing, but they are the people he calls whenever things get super dicey and messy and he needs some discretion.
Didn't someone tell us about them?
They're
Who
the
was it?
cleaners.
The who?
The cleaners.
They're like cleaners, yes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but I mean someone in our campaign. Didn't they tell us about that? It wasn't the guy in the tent, but maybe it was the spy?
Go the door.
Was it Mandor or Dax Felis?
Someone said something about them and warned us.
Oh, I don't remember.
So Sister Malefites is like, listen, if Gerald is here, he's part of that team. They're here too. I don't know what for, but if they're here, it can't be good news.
Were you be able to track them when you went out looking for him?
I tried, but he's good.
Boyos, if they're here, they could be here for the same reason we're here.
Sister Mephiles, do you know anything about the royals that were left here on the island?
It's just Sister Mel, please. But royals, I know one. I mean, she's right now she's with the keepers. Brenna, she's a nice girl.
She's with the keepers?
In the Grove?
The Grove? No, in the Rest.
Is there any way that you could send word to her to warn her that trouble may be coming her way?
We've got some good ties with the keepers. They're a good lot. They'll take in whoever needs it. And as far as I'm concerned, Perilia would be okay with what they're trying to do.
Guess we found our next spot, boys and
If
girls.
your brother is here, then I would be fearful for her life. He may have been coming for something far more than just to find her.
We have a problem,
Everyone's
though.
outside.
If you go out this door, my brother will probably kill you.
Oh, really?
And how would you know that?
Well, take a look at this. He left an obvious set of footprints all the way from the body all the way to the door. And then a lighter set of footprints all around the sanctuary. He wandered all around the hallways. And then he goes and tosses my room and takes my doll. He, not to mention, the glass up there in the window is missing. He's been watching us.
Does he have any sort of abilities? Like extra, more than just as a soldier, but any sort of sorcerer abilities or necromancer abilities?
I have no idea what he's learned since he's been gone from here. He was an orphan like I was, and he trained to be an artificer like me. But was he was in an accident, and he was never the same afterward. He was on death's door, and he came back, and he was different, and he no longer wanted to stay here. He wanted to leave, and when I wouldn't come with him, well, it killed our relationship. He was always such a sneaky little git. It's probably a damn fine trap he set up. I mean, it looks like that he wanted whoever it was that pursued him to come out the front door.
So, the tunnels that we came in, do you guys use them for anything else?
He and I
Are there
discovered
more
them together
tunnels?
when we were kids, but we haven't used them in forever. I don't know if he got in that way, but I know he got out through the front door where he wants us to follow him.
Right, but if we were to go through the tunnels, are there more paths that we could take to maybe head him off instead of going right out the front door?
I don't know if there's a path through the tunnels. I know that one that connects to us is a straight shot from here to the residential district by Market Street. That's probably where you came from.
Could we go out the window you snuck out of?
Yeah, he's probably watching that one now. He saw me. He saw me coming from a mile away. In the end, I think this trap might have just been for me to see what I would do. He wanted you to come out the front door, or probably my sisters, and me to discover what he's done and try to sneak around behind him. And when I came out there and I tried to find him, he was ready for me, and he's better than I remember.
Did he attack you?
We had a disagreement physically.
What
You
are you holding back?
or near death.
So what now?
You said he had died or had a horrible accident and then came back different.
Yes, he did. He had an untethered spirit for a while.
What was the accident?
He hit his head hard after he climbed up on top of a roof.
So, Sister mentioned that she would show Dunnan how to deal with his untethered spirit. Now might just be the time for that.
If he's got special powers, I'm all in.
I'm not saying he has special powers, but when he did have an untethered spirit, there were things he did that weren't particularly natural. It healed on him eventually and he lost it. But I think with you, with how in touch you are with your key, we can do something about it.
Well, depending on how long it takes, it might be real untethered. Because if we don't come up with an idea, I'm chasing him out the door.
She
Can you tell us what equipment he had or anything of note?
He's got some kind of cloak that shifts and changes color with whatever's behind it. It was really hard to look at, and I hate to admit it, but it was a short fight. Kicked my ass. Sister Mina comes over and says, "Well, I never knew you had a brother. Did he have something against the mother?" And Sister Mel just kind of shakes her head and says, "Probably about me. But who knows? The guy's not right in the head anymore. He's hardly even my brother."
Ask Sister Mina, do you have anything that would help us dispel darkness or invisibility?
She turns toward you and she's like, "No, but my Lady Kron does."
How about it, Lady Kron? Will you help us?
She just kind of like clomps up. Like I said, she's huge and tall and broad, and she just kind of nods. And Sister Pitra over here pipes up like, "Oh, she's a master alchemist. She's got all sorts of crazy doodads and potions and tinctures. She'll sort you right out."
Your aid would be most beneficial. Perhaps if we all work together, we might be able to come out of this endeavor all in one piece.
Maybe we can avenge your fallen sister, Superior. Right her
If
wrong
they
and death.
She might be able to make you one of them little blue pills you've been talking about.
Boing. So, what do you guys want to do? Sisters are listening to you.
Ask Sister Kron if she has anything that will help us get past his invisibility or something to aid us in our endeavor to track him.
She says, "No, not directly, but I can protect you all somewhat."
How?
How?
Like she said, I've got potions.
And what?
Oh,
Potion.
Sister Mina kind of speaks for her. Sister Kron is not really a talkative type. She's got healing potions that she can use in aerosol form. She can, her shield is special in that she can produce cover for you, so she can protect you from missile attacks. And she's damn good with that flail. And I've seen her set it on fire before.
Sister Kron, help us in this battle. Would you follow with us out the door?
She just nods and just goes and stands by the door as if it was her idea.
We should actually have probably some kind of tactic. If they've got a trap or an ambush laying in wait for us, we shouldn't all go out one exit. We should try to surround them.
Are there no other exits besides windows?
Sister Malefites says there. She's like, "Yeah, there's windows like the one I went out. If we go around the back of the church, we might be able to come around behind him. But he's also a wary guy. He's going to see us coming."
I could send my drone out. It seems like little metal things are a normal, everyday occurrence around here. My little drone looks like a bird. Could send him out and see if he could do some scouting for us.
Sister Pitra like looks at you and she's like, "You what, mate?"
Yeah, he's my little best friend. I love him so much.
"You and I must talk."
You won't, mate.
"Shut up."
He needs a better name, though. I still don't. I can't remember what we named him.
Archimedes.
Archimedes? Okay, sure.
Son and I should go out the front door with Sister Kron. We will have the best chance of surviving whatever he has prepared.
If you could wait just a little bit for my drone to do some scouting for us, it'd probably be easier.
Your drone do that?
Okay, go ahead, Bree. If you want to send out your drone, I'm gonna put your token on the map your guy is going to be going to, and you can kind of move him around a little bit there.
Okay. So before we leave the church, since the window's open,
Have the quicker or ranged people go out the windows around back, and then have the two other fighters jump out the side windows, I guess.
Isn't it rule number one not to split up?
Yeah. Hence why I'm blowing my spell to send the drone out. Like, so we don't have to split up.
Yeah, just use
So
a
we
drone to
can-
investigate.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put your drone on the map. I'm gonna put you guys on the map. Okay.
Okay.
Sister Petra, got any advice for me before I go out here and fight the world?
Yeah, don't die. It seems like Sister Mel has something in store for you. So here's the map.
Uh,
All right, there's going to be you're going to start like over here. All right, this is like the street. You can tell this is like the first story of all these buildings, and down at the bottom of the map is the upper floors of those houses, like the roofs. That means that that place is 1 story high, and if there's a room on the second story, then that's a higher building.
Got it.
What's all the black spots?
Black spots.
bodies. of
Blood.
course.
Like, oh, that looks like a person.
Looks like a mermaid.
It's
Random
a body, okay.
just got
It's a mermaid body.
On land?
I don't know. It looks like a mermaid.
It is raining.
mermaid.
Hmm.
So this is what we see. There's nothing out there.
This is what you see. You see the lay of the land. Why don't you make your drone do a perception check, Bree? Do it as at a disadvantage though, since you're seeing this remotely.
Okay. Hold on. Ew.
Yeah, you don't see him or anything that he might have in store for you.
Well, that sucks.
Pick a building and level it. Fuck this guy.
Is there any? I mean, I feel like since I've got my drone out, I feel like there should be some sort of I don't know, something he's good about on the surveilling.
You are seeing the
Like-
map ahead of time before you all step into whatever it is he's got in store for you.
Yeah.
And your
True.
perception
Yeah.
check sucked, so you're not seeing anything.
She
I
didn't
know, but
If you check traps,
turn on your night vision and your thermal, and then try your perception again.
So since you see anything, let's get it back over here and let's head out.
well,
Yeah.
hang on. Before it does, can she detect any traps outside?
Her
'Cause that should
perception
be his-
sucks.
No.
Well, perception is a different thing from trap checking, isn't it?
No, you usually use perception to see things.
Can I use insight?
No, like insight is like looking at what you see and then trying to draw conclusions for it. If you do, I'm just going to have your character make guesses. Educated
Can I do
guesses.
Arcana?
No. You want to do insight, that's fine. You're just seeing a picture right now. I know you hate going into this kind of blind, but the dice told me that you didn't see shit. Sorry.
I'm trying to see if there are any other avenues of investigation that I have.
Fuck it. You see a dwarf running and jumping out of the side of the church into the middle of the road down there. Got so.
Dunnan has the
Anybody
idea. Shredder will follow.
So we're all leaving. So no one told me shit yet because I'm back there guarding the door. The little girl.
Yeah, you should
I'm
probably
s-
tell him shit.
I'm still in the church.
Look that guy.
So did
before
you want to send a team around another way, or did you want to send everybody in one group?
Let's,
think we should out 2 different directions. If this guy's got traps on feet,
you want to do the 2 different direction thing?
I mean, our group's big enough if we do like 3 and 3.
I mean, especially if we're leaving the building 2 different ways and meeting up outside. So
All right, ping where you want to have group number 1.
Where are we coming out in relation to the church again? I'm sorry.
Like if you just go out the front of the church, you'll come out here.
Then that's where Treader will be.
Okay.
And with Thunder Frog.
All right.
And Mr.
Just a moment, guys. Let me put your dudes down here. and you place yourselves kind of on the edge of the map here. Where is the caster group gonna go?
I guess Alex and I will come over here out the back because
Okay.
this is the only way to come out the back.
Figure we have one healer over there and one healer over here. So
All right, then I'll go with them.
Bree, I don't see you. Let me just get you from the temple here.
Dunnan
So-
does there, or he jump out the back.
My drone, I have him for like an hour or something like that.
All right, I've put your token down. You can now move where you want.
Bree, that's kind of the reason I decided to go out the side window to initiate some shit, because I don't know how many turns you have till your bird's gone. And we might need to use that munition before it's down.
So it looks like it's just Treader and Mr. Cron out the front door.
I was gonna say, Dunn, do you want to go out the front and then Lark can follow out behind them, and I'll help protect on the right hand side.
Fine by me.
A ra-
As we-
can become a raven for up to 12 hours. So we're good.
So we step out the door, do a perception check.
Okay, where is everybody? Like Dunnan hasn't placed himself and Lark hasn't placed herself.
I can't even see the damn map.
I mean,
You can't see the
you
map.
guys need some.
It was so super small because it had to be big. So some weird buggy crap on my computer when I click on it, like the map just fucking flies around everywhere.
Oh,
You guys need some range.
were you able to zoom in and you can see yourself now?
Yeah, I don't know where the side window or wherever it is, but
Oh no, you're on a
Who
different
won?
map now. I'm assuming you went out the side window and you're coming out where you want to come out. The team that went out the side window is over here. The team that went out the front is over here.
well, since he went out the side window, he'll go over here and I'll go over there. How about that?
That's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So are you guys ready to start this encounter?
Yes.
All right. Everyone roll for initiative because you are most certainly in combat. All right. I'm gonna describe the scene for you here. All right. So you main group, you follow the trail through the ruined strands of shops and businesses. Abandoned buildings to your left and right are dark places with multiple floors of smashed windows and splintered doors. There are not many walking dead in evidence here, which means the scavengers have moved in. Every shadow hides a fervent movement of desperate things hoping to pick meat from the ever leaner corpse of the city. Those of you with better senses spot strange beasts among the expected rats, crows, and stray dogs, though all creatures are giving you a wide berth for now. Let me just bring my dude up here. I have to select his. Yeah, this is annoying. There we go. He's gonna roll some initiative. Not bad.
We're waiting for you to do that before we do a perception to see what we see, or
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, meow. All of you.
normal, advantage, normal.
Normal.
Jeez. Critical fail.
And where are you looking? Like above or below?
All around, trying to see what I can see from the ground up to the roofs, to the walls, windows, what's in the peeking out of the alleys. You said there was creatures watching us, but
Yeah.
keeping a wide berth.
Okay. As you guys look around, I'm sorry, what, Cody?
I really can't see shit now. There's nothing on my map. It's just white.
Can you try reloading the browser, see if that works?
Sure.
Because it should be a black background, if anything.
While he's doing that, AP bio for a second.
Ditto.
I even have a character sheet back now. Yay.
Yay. Sounds like you got disconnected from the service.
Perception.
Yeah, perception. And also you got to roll initiative if you didn't yet.
He did. It was a 7.
Okay.
Is perception one of them just in a weird ass spot, or
Yeah, it's right beside like wisdom, like at the bottom.
Charisma, right side by side with charisma.
yeah, not seeing that.
It says persuasion, and right above that is perception, and right above that is nature and then medicine.
Not in the skills tab.
On your core sheet, it's on the far left hand side. You have your strength and everything. Go down to charisma. Look just to the right of it. You should see wisdom, then nature, then perception.
Acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics. So just keep going
Okay,
down.
yeah, that's, and what am I hunting for?
Perception.
Perception.
Okay. Those of you with higher perception, you do see a few things out of place. Let me just go ahead and highlight those.
So only Sister Crom came out with us. Nobody else.
That's right. All right, you've got a sort of monofilament stretched across these two corpses right here. You're not sure what it goes to. And you've got a... come on, let me select it, please. What looks like a...
I'm not sure what an looks like.
God damn
He
it.
didn't want us to see the text. He just wanted us to see the item.
Yeah. Okay, so right here, if I could just fucking select it, you see like a pressure plate. If I could just... Okay, there we go. Layer, token layer. There we go. So right there you see a pressure plate that leads to something. Not what that text said for sure.
Any people that we can see, or any kind of person, objects.
You don't see a whole lot of like stuff that's useful around. You see a lot of debris, a lot of corpses, and the windows on the shops are smashed. It's just dark inside.
What about on this side street that we're at? Do we see anything of note or?
You see that the ground is disturbed, kind of over here, and this door right here is closed, but you hear like a scratching on the other side. And that's it. That's all you see for now in your perception. Is everyone ready to begin the thingy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Sun Go Frog, it is your turn to make the first move. Let me do Sister Cron here. Her initiative sucks.
So I'm gonna move up to this door, and can I make an insight to see if I can tell what's on the other side?
Sure. All right, doesn't take a whole lot of guesswork. There's zombies in that room, probably trapped by something.
All right.
Let me just reveal those tokens to you.
Bree, you're keying up with John.
And what?
We're getting feedback from John through you.
From John through me.
Yeah, his voice is being picked up by your mic.
That's really strange because I was in the bathroom. Like not even close to him.
Weird.
Hey, Pato, I just thought of something after that perception check.
Yo.
Feed I took gives me a +5 bonus to my passive perception.
That's your passive perception.
So if somebody was trying to sneak up on you,
Yeah. Your active perception is what you roll. The passive perception is like your wisdom thing plus like whatever that feat was.
Yay! If I didn't realize that, I probably wouldn't have took it.
Well, that means that you'll see things that people don't. But right now, you guys didn't roll high enough to actually see what's going on out there, except for those few things.
I gotcha. What is the mark behind
Sorry,
my
you're a robot. I can't
character
understand
token?
you.
That's moving.
Sorry, that was me. I'm trying to get it out the way. The stuff over here that I accidentally drew.
It's okay.
Right. So if we're gonna get this started, I might as well get it started up right. Why did my token move backwards? Can I bash in the door and attack the zombies all at the same time, or?
You can if you want. Like, if you make an athletics check on the door, I'll see if it caves in. If you do it particularly well, I'll let you take an attack on him.
I think the zombies might be a distraction.
That's pretty good. So you ram your shoulder into door and it like fucking just cracks off its hinges. Apparently they've been working on it for a while. And you're here in the doorway and you've got zombie in front of you. Okay, that's a hit. Do damage. All right. You swing your warhammer down and collapse its head into its chest cavity and it squishes and it's dead.
I end my turn.
Okay.
Oh, no bonus action to kill the other one?
I don't have it in range.
All right, now Alex Hellstorm, it's your turn. Oh, excuse me.
So I don't see shit with these traps. So no one that's seen anything was Treader over there, right?
That's right. But he can point them out to you. Just, you know, you've got those two things in front of you. That's what he saw.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna go on the edge right here and end my turn. Start heading that way down
Okay.
the road.
All right, Mr. Dunnan.
So we know we're following a person we can't see out into God knows where with his soul snipped from his ass. So, yeah, let's just start making noises, I guess. I'm gonna go past the frog boy and shoot the zombie so that I can try to make some noise.
Okay. Do it.
Was it D6 or a D8? Either way,
It was a D8, but anyway, you roll a 3.
it's fine. And then yeah, so that would be drunkenly.
Okay, I'd say that's a hit for 4. So you blast him in the chest, doesn't quite get him all the way down, but he's barely on his feet. Let me roll the noise roll. No more zombies.
Yay!
You gotta roll the attack again first.
I did it right before you rolled for noise.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so your second blast finishes the zombie off. Now what?
Now I guess I'm just going to move a block or two into the house further. And that's another door.
Yep, that's another door.
So can I roll something to see if I can open the door?
No, you can
Or
just open it. It's fine.
so open the door, and I guess that's where I'm done.
You found
So
him. Congratulations.
I'm
He was trapped in the house too. You're rescuing him.
to death.
Okay, Madam Claptrap,
Yes,
it's your turn.
it is.
It is. Bring those hooters over here.
Oh my. As I wait over there.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Somebody else
wait.
did that.
Oh, okay.
Did you smell?
As I saunter past Sungo, I mention that he did a good job on that first zombie, and I walk over behind Dunnan and go, "Oh, my dear Dunnan, looks like you found yourself a little friend. Can I play too?" As I point my finger at him and let loose a nice little juicy force bolt.
Juicy.
Yep, I'd say that's a hit. All right, so Force Bolt impacts the zombie and vaporizes him. He is aerosolized dead flesh now. Lark?
Is that
Didn't Sister Kron roll better than me?
Oh, wow. I guess she did. Did I not? I gotta rearrange that. Pew. Okay, yeah, I'll. Sister Kron, you guys have pointed out the traps to her, so she just kind of goes around the long way and she kind of whispers to you as she goes by. Alex, she's like, "Stay close to me."
As close as you'll let me.
Oh my! And then she kind of looks away and she it looks like she's blushing, but you can't really tell in the dark. All right,
Alex?
Treader.
Twitter is going to just move up one square into the map, and then he is going to probably just prepare. Um, prepare to cast a healing spell when one of these guys steps on a bomb.
Okay, Lark.
Can I take my drone, and have him move into like here?
Sure.
She wants the
I
drone
mean,
to be a minesweeper. Just run up and down the road with its wing on the ground and see if it blows up.
we're still figuring out how to use this guy, so I don't know exactly like what you want me to do or like roll perception or
Well,
I
tell
don't know.
me, what are you planning to do with them?
Well, really, I just want him to look around the corner and see who's waiting for us there.
Sure, you can do that.
And can I walk a square?
Can you turn
Yes.
your intensity on your red lights up or something so you can like be a little observation drone flying down through there?
Like this is he's right there. Do you want me to roll something?
Yeah, roll perception.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, he looks down the alley. He doesn't see anything, but then he looks kind of behind him and he starts to make like a sort of weird bird dancing move, but it's really weird because he's metal. It's like clink, 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 clink. And he spotted something for you.
I think this says hold on, let me see what it says
He
about
spotted
him.
another trap right here.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Sun Go Frog.
Is it back at the top of the order already?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You're used to
Hmm.
having hordes of zombies who are coming after
Yeah,
you, but right
they're
now you
not
got
here.
nothing.
Wait. So we can't go around this building, correct?
Which one?
The building I'm standing in front of.
Yeah, I'll let you go around it. I mean,
All
it's
I'm asking
just
is,
barely.
how dilapidated is it? Can I crash the wall?
It is structurally sound, but the windows are all
Okay.
broken and the doors have kind of seen a lot of beating.
Then I shall just slightly get ahead of these guys here and end my turn there. Well, I'll prepare in case anything comes out. I'll prepare guiding bolt just in case.
Okay, most of you guys don't see much of anything, but above you, On a nearby rooftop, you see movement. It's so subtle that you would have dismissed it as the shifting moonlight had been there or a visible moon or anything. But one moment there's just a tiled roof, and then you notice like a ripple that shouldn't have been there. There's a shape warping in the breeze, and then there's a crossbow bolt that comes out. Here, let me show you where the guy is.
Cow ninjas.
All right. Look on the second map. He's on the roof of one of the buildings, like the map down there. All right. So a crossbow bolt like streaks out of the night, and there. Let me just roll that. All right. You guys down here. He's not actually firing at any of you, but the bolt lands right here, and it explodes into
Lands
a
where?
into a sort of dust. I need all of you guys to make a wisdom saving throw, unless you're immune to sleep.
Where
Where?
It lands right here. You guys that are around it, I need you to make
We
a.
see that.
Still not
I didn't.
sure.
Oh, look at the top map. I'm pointing at your avatars right now.
Nope, I didn't see anything.
Still
We
don't
watched
see
it.
it.
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Sorry. Okay, it lands right here. All of you guys right there make a wisdom saving
Oh,
throw,
okay.
unless you're immune to sleep.
I think I'm immune to sleep.
Is that considered poison?
Sleep. No, it's a magical sort of sleep.
So wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yes.
Magic can't put you to sleep because of my Fey ancestry.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, Alex and James, you guys are both down on the floor sleeping right now. If somebody's gonna come wake you up, they can come kick you or something. Let's see.
Does that mean it's his turn, or he has to roll to wake up?
Yeah, I need you to roll a wisdom save every turn to see if you wake up. So, Alex, you go ahead and roll.
Okay, one more time.
Would I be in range of him, or would I be too far inside the building, John?
Nope.
Unless you want to throw something at him, then no. You got to go ahead
Well,
and touch him.
We have to wait until our turn
The
to wake
hunter, a
him up.
lemming on a swing. Oh no, I see it now.
Well, no, I was talking about the guy on top of the roof.
Oh. Well, you can't quite see him from there. The angle's wrong.
That's all I needed to make sure of.
Okay. Dunnan, it's your turn.
On my screen, the hunter looked like some kind of little lemming on a sled going down a snow hill. I couldn't actually see it as a humanoid form with a bow.
So, just so I understand what happened, somebody down there's asleep?
Yes. An exploding sleeping dust arrow like landed in the middle of the group and put a couple of them to sleep. Lark was immune because she's a half elf.
Actually, what about Sister Kron?
She was a little bit out of the radius.
That's where I landed 6-3.
Dunnan, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm trying to see if there's a rooftop I can get to from there, but
Yeah.
The stairs go up. You could go to the second floor, and it looks like there's a window.
Yeah,
from
your building
okay,
is 2 stories high. If you look down the other map, you can tell that there's stairs there that go up
Yeah.
to the top.
okay, so I'm going to travel my ass over that direction.
So you're going to go up the stairs. That's cool. And you see these guys on the upstairs. Where'd your token go? Oh, there he is. So you're now on the second story map, I believe, right?
Yes, I was, and I can't.
I'll
That
move
from
you
there.
down there.
Move me.
I shall.
John, you seem to have uncovered something you may not have wanted to.
You're right. You're gonna pretend you didn't see that.
Well, I'm not.
Okay, so now you're up there and you see zombies.
Sun Beach Getsu.
And you see, like, you've got like a straight shot at the hunter through this window. You could probably fire something at him, or you can probably jump out there.
Yeah, I probably got to jump out there, but I got no projectile weapons that will reach him, so I'm going to have to just start shit with the zombies. Have they heard me, seen me, whatever yet?
Not quite. Although they are a little riled up because of your gunfire earlier.
So
Alright.
I don't know how fast you want to get to home, dude, but you could just run past those zombies and take the attack of opportunity damage to get to the hunter dude sooner. I don't really know how you want to play it, but it's all you.
Then you ran too far already.
I don't have enough movement left. I can either attack the zombie right in front of me and start making noise and draw everything here, or wait for you two to get up here, and then we go from there. Or we figure out some way for me to say, hey, there's an asshole on the roof over there. Can you attack that square with your magic? But I don't know how well that magic works through walls and stuff. So
We basically need to LOS.
yeah, like y'all coming to me, or am I just gonna fucking shit show?
You just throw a
plan on
torch out the
coming up
window to hit me.
Do what?
Throw a torch out the window next to you to hit me.
Well, I'm looking at Frog and Claptrap because we're all in the same building. I can't interact with y'all. I don't even see what y'all have had going on out there. Hopefully, Sister or Lark wakes y'all up.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll be up right after you.
Okay, and Frog, you said you're jumping on the roof over there?
Yeah, as soon as I can, I'm gonna get up there. It's gonna take me a while, but
Okay, well then I will just end my turn with the zombie looking at my face.
All right, Claptrap.
Yes, well, I can't see him from the first story, can I?
No, the angle's all wrong for you.
Told you he's there.
So I guess I'm gonna do the thing with him and go yonder.
Okay. That's a dash, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
going.
It's Sister Kron's turn. She has her eye up on that roof where the hunter is right now, and she will not look away. And she kind of like backs toward Alex, and like looks away momentarily to look at him, and kicks him. Like she kicks you, and you wake up just in time to see a crossbow bolt come in after she kicks you.
Game Master, can we roll a die to see where she kicks him?
Sure. Roll a d20. Whoever wants to know.
Ooh.
She kicks you right above the junk. And here comes a crossbow bolt to try to impact her, and she takes it right on her shield like a champ.
Jesus fuck, my lady. I don't mind getting waken up by a beautiful woman. Did it have to be that hard?
I don't think Jesus exists.
So she looks at you for a moment,
Oh yeah,
but
it doesn't.
she knows better than to take her eye off the hunter now. So she's like, uh, it's you're awake though, right? And that's it. Treader, it's your turn.
So,
Oh wait,
keep your existential crisis to yourself, woman.
make a wisdom saving throw, Mr. Treader.
I just want to see her kill this archer with
Yay! You wake up.
Good.
So to get up from prone, you're going to have half your movement speed now, but you can do everything else naturally.
All right, I'm just gonna move over here next to. No, I'm gonna move away from them over to here, by this door or by this building, and that's going to be my movement. And then I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Lark, it's your turn then.
All right, you know what? Can I send my drone over to yonder rooftop?
Sure.
Have him explode that hunter?
Yeah, you can drop a bomb on him if you want.
Yes, please.
The
Now,
noise.
if you click the attack, let me know what the saving throw on that is.
What do you mean? Oh, haha. Okay. Hold on. I have no idea. Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you my twisted thought after you own the guy.
Go ahead and click the attack.
Trying.
All right, it's you rolled a 12. So the bomb or the laser fire or whatever it is that comes out of your bird like impacts the roof and it blows a bunch of tiles off and such and exposes a bunch of beams, but he kind of rolls away and uses the angle of the roof to get underneath the explosion, and whatever shrapnel might have impacted him impacted his armor, and he's not affected. Now we got to roll noise. No zombies. You guys are lucky.
Yay! It says saving throw strength. Oh, I don't know. Guess it doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it. All right. Is that your turn, or are you going to move somewhere?
Hold on. Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm having a hard time navigating this thing. Hold on. I want to move over kind of by Shredder.
Okay. Yeah, it's best to clump up for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
away from the freaking rooftop with the crossbow bolt.
She can't be put to
Okay.
sleep, so kick him.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Go Frog.
I'm going to go ahead and dash.
So that's 30 to the stairs.
Yeah, and then I will be able to get up here, and then I'll end my turn right there because I can't do anything.
Okay. It is the hunter's turn.
Anyone want to bet that the hunter's a roofer as well?
Lark is in the middle of the street, so he is going to cast a pinning shot on her. You're out of cover, Bree.
Well,
Does a 9
the
hit?
angle. His angle is screwed. I mean, that's not like. You can't see me.
Oh, but he can.
How can he see me?
He's right there, so he's like slightly off center in this house, or above this house. He's like right here.
Like the roof exploding doesn't like hurt him at all. Like
Do you want to get on with this or not? He missed you.
Okay, fine, good.
My
I
goodness.
just feel like he can't see me.
He can see you.
Fine.
Okay. So as the arrow impacts around you, he missed you, but it then explodes into like a shower of sparks and it makes a bunch of noise. It doesn't affect you at all, but it does make noise. And it doesn't summon any zombies this time. Alex?
He's like, damn it.
I know this is not going the way I planned.
Well, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to here, right here. And use my arrow on him.
Longbow? Okay.
Longbow time.
That's a 13. Okay, so the hunter, he's up on his on one knee right now. He sees it coming and he kind of like moves his shoulder out of the way and continues to reload his crossbow bolt. Is that your turn, or are you going to move somewhere?
I was gonna use my action surge, but I'm
All right.
just gonna stay
You
right
can.
there.
All right, Dunnan.
Done. moving 5 feet. Then I'm gonna start wrecking shop on these red guys here. As soon as I read my shit that I have, blacked out about from 2 seconds ago when I did it last.
Dude.
Ooh, so lame. Okay. So I'll do it 2 times then.
So you can move 2
Alright.
hexes.
And move 2 hexes. So I have to. Can I move it then shoot, or do I have to shoot then move it?
Shoot, then move.
Okay. That kind of sucks, but alright.
If you want to move, then shoot, I can have the zombie make an attack of opportunity on you.
Nah, that's cool.
Okay. All right. So one twist of your body, and this zombie is vaporized.
And then, wow, what is my distance? Let me see.
5 feet.
You can move one more, but you're not firing anything at that time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, is there any way to fire from here and have it hit him? But it's just a 5-foot deal.
Yeah, it's your drunken weave is 5 feet. I think your cone attack is like 10 or 15 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'll just move.
Let me make you noise roll. No more zombies.
Here. Then, since I moved my 5 foot, that would take my current move to 35.
That's right.
So I'm gonna see get to that dude.
So to jump across that 5-foot gap between these buildings, you'll have to take 10 feet off your movement speed because it takes twice as much.
Okay.
So it looks like you can barely make it to the edge of the roof.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make it to this spot here.
All right, one zombie attack of opportunity coming up. He's rolling advantage like it. Hold on. There. All right, he rolls a 16. So as you go by, the zombie sort of like reaches out and like slashes at you with its fingernails, and scores a hit across your shoulder, doing 3 damage. I'll take that away right now.
I can use 1 key point and take a dodge action
Okay.
as my bonus action.
What does that do?
What is dodge?
Oh, so you enter dodge, so like your incoming attacks will now like be at a disadvantage against you, I believe. But the one that you took a target of opportunity, it wouldn't count for that one. You're just gonna have to count on your friends to take out that zombie before you turn.
Okay. It just says
Zombie attacked him.
1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on your turn. That's fine. Whatever.
Well, usually you would have to give up your action to go into dodge, so that things have a disadvantage against you. So you're saying you did your dodge before you ran over this way?
Yeah, I would have had to. Well, yeah.
You
'Cause I
didn't say
I
so. That's all I'm
went
saying.
5 feet and used my attack, and then I just ran that way. Anyway, it's fine. I don't care. We're
It
good.
scratched you for 3. Count on your friends. They can do this. All right, Madam Claptrap, it's your turn. This is the zombie that scored on Cody, and your boy right here is probably in line of sight of one of your spells if you want it to be.
Madam Claptrap says, "Oh, my dear Dunnan, we can't have that. We must fix this." As I say, fix this, I point at this here zombie, and I angrily glare at it as it bursts into flames that evaporate into thin air.
I like it. And he does. He's now thin air and cooked meat.
Ground meat.
Is that your turn right now? Or are you going to move?
Let me think. Wait, how far can zombies move?
20.
I'm in front of you still, so
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay right here for right now. Thank you.
All right, it's Sister Kron's turn. All right, she runs over to catch up to Alex, and she's like, "I told you to stay near me. You want to die?" And then so she runs over here and she flips like a sort of lever on her shield, and she activates her suit's servos to absorb impacts, and now she's giving you +2 AC as long as you're behind her.
Nice.
Nice.
Treader, it's your turn.
I think somebody's getting sweet on Alex over there.
They both have like 8 charisma, so yeah. It's a match made in heaven.
That building that they're in, can I get up on the roof from another one as well, or is that the only one?
That's the one that's neighboring this building over here, but you can try to give something a climb. I can't guarantee your success though. If you look down the bottom map, there's another building with a second story over here, which would give you line of sight to him, but you also have to go through a bunch of open territory.
So I'm gonna move up the wall, or move up to the next to the building where that no pressure plate was.
Okay.
Stop just shy of it. That'll be actually as far as I can travel.
Okay. You gonna do anything for your action, or are you good?
No, I'm just gonna prepare to. No, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, Lark.
Okay. Let's see. He is right there.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Since he can see me, I can see him.
Correct.
And I am going to shoot I'm going to shoot
the ray.
Shoot her.
Hold on. Is Scorching Ray? Yeah, 120. Okay, I'm shooting Scorching Ray at this biznatch.
Okay.
And oh yeah.
That's a 15. So what is that? Oh yeah, the D20. Got it. Okay, so Scorching Ray, it scores a bit it scores a bit on his chest plate, but it withstands it. It's better than that. You can tell he's hot, but he's not quite deterred.
Does it affect his like shimmeriness?
His shimmeriness is not working anymore. His cloak is behind him, and he's attacking you all in earnest.
Okay.
Sun Go Frog.
Wait.
Oh, wait, you should move, Humphrey.
Yeah. Can I like go around the trap and go near Alex? Or do I have to go in a straight line?
Yeah, if you go in a straight line, you're gonna trip that trap.
No, I mean, can I go like here and then there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Sun Go.
I'm gonna go ahead and if I'm moving there, that's not attack of opportunity, correct?
Let me check. I'm looking at the right map here. If you move past that zombie, he's going to get an attack of opportunity.
And I will move to right here.
Shouldn't they have moved by now?
You're probably right. They should have moved by now. They just stood there and stared at you stupidly, so don't worry about it, I guess. Oh, that's a whiff. Sorry, buddy.
Yep.
Sorry. The zombie like stoops down to pick up something, and it goes woof over his head.
We'll use my bonus action since I made a melee attack to use my War Priest feature.
Okay. That is a hit. All right. As he stoops over to pick up the shiny penny or whatever it is, you come down on his spine and like sever it with blunt force, and he's dead.
In my turn.
All right. It's the hunter's turn. He sees that Cody is up on the roof with him right now, and he is going to attempt to engage Cody. Since he's doing his dodge right now, he's going to have to roll at a disadvantage. All right, disadvantage on the Cody. All right, so he fires a bolt at you, and it's since you're doing the dodge, you weave, you bob out of the way with your head, and it impacts the roof behind you. And I got to make a noise roll for it. Oh, there it goes. 9 zombies.
Balls.
All right, let me just do this.
Lovely.
9 zombies.
Grand.
All right, Alex.
I'd almost prefer you hit me.
But then it might have exploded inside you.
Ooh, it's a floaty one. Mm.
I'm going to move over close to
I'll
her.
just give
Is that still
attack
behind her?
Yeah, it's still behind her.
Okay, so I'm going to move. Yeah, I'm going to move her close to her. Activate Fighting Spirit, which gives me an advantage on my next attack with my longbow.
Okay.
With 5 temporary hit points. Now, this is for the end of the turn, or is that like for till the battle's over?
I guess till the battle is over. Not quite sure though.
Temporary hit points pretty much until they're gone.
Okay,
So I add 5 more hit points to my thing.
I did already.
Oh, thanks.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm going to attack my longbow.
All right, that's a hit. Roll damage for the longbow. 11. Nice. Okay,
Good shot.
so the arrow like sails over past Dunnan and sinks right into like the bone, like on the hunter's collarbone. It gets in between his armor, and you can see him like go down. Like the force of the arrow brings him down for a moment. He still gets back up and tries to reload his bolt.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and end my turn.
All right, Dunnan.
Done.
Oh, you're next to him now.
Done.
By the way, how drunk are you at the moment?
In the real world or
No, right now in D&D.
about 50-50.
Okay. I'm just asking. No reason.
He's totally singing that while he's walking up to him, isn't it?
Ooh, okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
Gets to hit him 8 times.
Drunkenly.
8 times.
That means 8 rolls.
All right, that's a hit for 7. That's a miss. Miss. You sunk my battleship. Also a miss. Just remember that I balanced these firearms to kill zombies. Oh, you got a crit. Hold on. Let's bring out the crit card. Piercing. Pierce maximum damage and roll the damage dice again. Okay, let me add that shit up. 6 plus 11 is 17. All right. Continue, sir. That's a miss.
Knowing our luck, we're gonna get like 900 zombies after this.
That's a hit. -7. Okay.
Is that it, or do I have one?
One more.
And my poor drone is down.
Uno mas. That's a miss. Okay. So you begin to like dance and bob and weave and wave your arms in his face and distract his vision, and you start to unload your gauntlets on him as you like go in a full circle around him. He's able to dodge a couple, but you score some really good hits. You blow off one of his ears, and his stomach armor is now pretty much gone.
And I spend one of my 4 key points, and I hit him with 2 of my unarmed strikes.
Okay. Just unloading on a bitch, huh?
No.
Sometimes that's how it be, you know.
It do be like that.
Okay. -5. Done. All right. So after that, after he's reeling from that, you just punch him right in the solar plexus and then right in the face. And he's got a split lip and a missing ear, missing armor, all that stuff. Madam Claptrap?
I can see him from where I'm standing, right?
Yes, you can.
Is he bloodied yet?
Oh yes. Cody
So I-
bloodied the shit out of him
So I can roll advantage?
on your
Eldritch
Derringers?
Blast.
Oh, on your Eldritch Blast? Is that how it works?
I don't know. Is like if something is bloody, do we get advantage or no?
On some things you do. Usually it says so.
Oh.
I don't mean to interrupt, but weren't you supposed to roll for sound for each one of those?
Oh, no, just for one. Just a moment. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, zombies.
Thank you, David. Thank you for reminding
You're welcome. I want to keep with the realism, you know?
me.
As real as a
Also-
zombie apocalypse can get.
I appreciate it,
Yeah,
boy.
all of them are up on the roof.
Jesus, Sam.
All you gotta do is go through the
It's
thing.
five. It's 5 plus 4, so 9. I hit him for 9 damage.
And it's a crit, so
Crit.
big boom. Quadruple damage. If this
Oh,
attack
yeah.
deals force or thunder damage, which it does, the target is also pushed back 3d4 times 5 feet. All right. Hold on. Let me just let me just roll that.
24 times 5? Damn.
40 feet.
It's
Alright.
off that roof for those
All right.
zombies.
Give me the math on your quadruple damage.
Well, 9 times 4 is what?
36.
36. So yeah, I just hit him for 36 damage.
Holy shit. Okay. So
Fuck that guy.
do you want to RP
specifically.
this? It's a killing blow.
Yeah, sure. So I said, before he gets a chance to hit my beloved Dunnan, I think we're going to end this. And I look at one hand and it starts to crackle, and I look at the other hand and I start to crackle, and I say, you might want to watch out, Sungo. And I stick my hands straight out to the side and bring them together in a very loud clap, in which this ginormous force bolt flies through the air, singes a couple of Sungo's hairs as it flies through the window just past Dunnan, hits this guy, gives him into 1,000 pieces that fly 40 feet backwards.
Yeah. The flying backwards thing doesn't matter too much, except his gibs turn into shrapnel, and it makes an impact on the building behind him. It caves in the roof.
Go see if you can get his cloak.
No,
Probably
his cloak just went with him. It's fucking gone. No, actually, my bad. D&D magic items cannot be destroyed except by Sam's scabbard. So, yeah, the cloak just kind of floats down to the roof there.
Dunnan, pick up that cloak for me, dear.
Got it.
All right. Sister Kron kind of like she's staring at the roof where home dude just got like gibbed and she's got her mouth open. She turns back to Alex Hellstorm and she's like, "So you doing anything later?"
Alex?
Depends.
And
Are you gonna be there?
if you guys want to get away from the zombies, I'm going to let you guys like try to get away from the horde to get back to the church, or if you want to clear them out, you can stay here.
I want to get 1 XP for each one, so
Yeah.
back to the thing.
Yeah, back to the church is fine.
Regress the
So that's the
storyline.
only thing, that one guy.
Well, then why did we leave again? Just to get the cloak, or what?
Well, you guys killed the murderer.
Yeah,
We're
that's
Yeah, we got
Okay.
Regress the storyline with the women
Don't-
in the church.
Okay, as you search the roof, Cody, let me just give you what he dropped here. He's got the cloak that shimmers and shifts. It's really hard to find, but like once you find it, you can see like, oh yeah, why didn't I know there was a cloak here? And there's also a crossbow made from a mysterious composite material that's light but tough. On the stock of the crossbow is a talon, etched and inlaid with the silver-colored metal.
Corals to go with it.
Cool.
What's that?
Any bolts or corals special to go with it?
Yes, you also find a bunch of special noisemaker bolts and one of the sleep bolts. But it's time to go.
So we gotta like one by one get there, or we're all
Uh,
just gonna go there.
No, I'm going to get you back to the temple right now. Ba-pew!
Oh, okay.
Beep a few. The map didn't change.
Oh,
He's working on it.
I am working on it. Once I went, I was like, pew, but no. Okay. So the loot I will distribute while we're offline here, but right now, we're gonna leave it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the plot threads that we have not picked up on yet. Okay, or that we picked up on, we haven't finished tonight. All right. Sister Kron here wants to jump Alex's bones, and she may have something to say to him. Sister Pitra is a font of knowledge of all things mysterious and magical and such. Sister Meliphates or Sister Mel has mentioned that Dunnan has an untethered spirit, and she'd like to do something about that. And
She's the one that wants the Iron Wing.
yes, and let's see. Also, Sister Mina is here in case anybody wants to talk to her about like artificery or whatever.
You're the one that wanted to talk about my drone. Was it Mina?
Sister
or was
Pitra.
it Pitra?
Yeah, that was Pitra.
Okay.
I think
What about the map?
definitely need to get Dunnan to let Petra see that crossbow and cloak to be checked out, and maybe have her check out the great sword.
Ever check out the Great Sword? I wanted to talk with Sister Mina about our
Okay.
first.
Do you want to do this
Study.
now or do you want to do this next session? I've got it written, so I can do it now if you want.
I
don't have-
prefer next session.
Okay.
That way, it'll be fresh on our minds for going forward.
You guys did a good job solving the murder mystery, though.
Was this another random encounter?
What?
Was part of a random encounter, or was this part of the storyline that you
Every-
initially wrote?
Every random encounter is part of the storyline.
And can we sisters, can we borrow a room or two to take a long rest?
Sister Mina over here tells you guys like stay as long as you like. If you avenged Mother Superior, you're all right in my book.
Well, while we're taking a long rest, I'd like to spend my time with Sister Mina and study with her and learn about artificers.
Oh, she's got something to say to you
Study.
about that. She turned go ahead and ask her about it. Sorry.
Sister Mina, your suits of armor intrigue me. I've seen very similar things out on the battlefields over time. I would very much like to learn and study with y'all for a bit, if at all possible.
Okay, let me bring up her thingy. Oh, okay. So she says, she turns to you and says, "It's a long process with a lot of time and study, and that's if you even have the aptitude, or it's a lot of sacrifice. I'm not against training anyone, but as you may have gathered, we are in the middle of an apocalypse, and our leader and master artificer is dead on the floor over there. Mother Finchess trained anyone who asked, and her patience was boundless. She should be up for sainthood for putting up with me, considering how terrible a student I was." So she mentioned to you that there might be some sacrifice involved in the process of this, right?
Yeah, I'm willing to make sacrifices if need be
She
for in the battle to serve my God.
Okay, she looks you up and down. She says, "You're a big guy. You're an outsider, but you stepped up to help when you didn't have to. I think Perilia would approve of you, even with your other affiliation. War doesn't have a lot of positive association with the needy other than creating more of them, but we're not naive here. War is a necessity, as necessary as charity. If you are that interested, I can help you. You carry an artificer's work on your person, and you use it well. However, you'll need to sharpen your intellectual teeth before you can tuck into more advanced techniques of our order. I'll warn you, though, there's a price."
I'm willing to pay.
No, not money or anything like
Um,
that. The expedited process that I talked about changes you physically and mentally. Normally, I would not even offer this path, as it could damage you irreparably. You seem to have some mass to spare, though.
She's gonna turn you into a dwarf?
If it's only mass in my body that you need, or my mind, please, I can.
No, your mind.
Lop off your arm.
And tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next session, we're going to go into how that's done and the other unpicked up storylines that we have here.
Like going to the rest.
Sungo
Which
Frog.
seems too easy.
Take my body. It belongs to you.
Take my mind. It's cool, man. I wasn't using it anyway.
She's not going to change you to a shorter person.
Game Master, is there anything that we could further or stand to further gain from talking to the child?
To the kid, no. Sister Kron kind of walks up to Alex and she approaches you, and she's like a head taller than you and a bit broader, but she has trouble meeting your eyes as she talks to you. And she points at your waist. She's like, "Do you know how to use that thing?"
You're talking about my gun, right?
Of course, the hand cannon, the pistol. Oh, you thought you know what? Never mind.
I'll be much obliged to show you either or. Both the gun, yes.
It's just that I see the way you walk, and you walk like a swordsman, like a master swordsman. I mean you don't walk like a gunslinger. You favor your sword, and your feet are weird, and I can see you from behind, and it's all awesome and wrong and shit.
Somebody's got a girl crush.
Not like it's not good to see you from behind. It makes me. Damn it. Never mind.
This is
Somebody
wants
might
you
need
to
to
show
pour
her-
out her
show her
plate
your
mail
sword.
boots.
And Sister
Sister-
Mina over there pipes up, and she's like, "Goddess, that's the most words I've ever heard Kron string together in our lives. And she did it so badly." So Kron goes and stands next to the door, taking deep breaths and muttering to herself. And she looks out the street like she's looking for anything to distract her.
So you don't want to listen to my answers?
She turns over to you and like kind of lets out a breath she's been holding. And she goes, I'm not a words person. Do you want to learn to shoot? Like, really learn?
Well, yeah.
Let's go. And she leads the way into the training room down on the bottom of the map.
Have fun.
So I want you to imagine, like, over while we're resting, imagine, if you will, that scene from Ghost with Patrick Swayze standing behind his wife and making like sensual pottery, but this is with a firearm. Like this enormous
Firearms
woman is
are-
behind you, like guiding your actions while you learn to shoot. And now you can use your proficiency bonus on your firearm, so you have bonuses to your damage and your to hit whenever you use it.
Sweet.
I'll change that for you right now. And Dex and done.
And Lark's gonna go hang out with the kids because they're more fun.
Okay, guys. Cody, I really appreciate you guys coming and doing this, even though you're all fucked up on drugs.
I gotta see if sister wants to pull on my spirit or something.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it next time because I know that Sam's bedtime is soon, and we all have places to be, right?
I don't
Every
have to go
time you
work
say
till, like,
sister, I
lunch
get really
tomorrow.
In
confused.
this chair.
My God, what have you done?
Love to learn how to delete that.
Unloaded the Sleeman, apparently.
Now,
What the hell?
when you guys see the video of this later, you will see that I had a shit ton of traps on that map, but you guys were able to take him out by going through a building, which I didn't have any traps in there to try to make it make sense. So, like a little short guy launched himself out and started punching on the man, and then Sam fucking gibbed him with his fingers.
You dare touch the air.
Try that on me.
I was gonna have him be a recurring villain. Like he was gonna get away.
He was.
We occurred
You should have had him
all over another building.
I was gonna have him use his cloak to distract you and then run away and have like a dramatic moment with his sister chasing him, but no, like he is a pile of meat right now.
No
Yeah.
one touches
I guess
my Dunnan.
We had talked to Melophytes and see if she's like heartbroken that her brother was just gibbed.
Yeah, you may want to talk to her next time.
Be like, here, his ear. We found your brother.
Just some chunks of gib hanging
the
off
only
of
part
a
of it
rag.
The Dunnan took off before he got gibbed.
Yeah, she may not want to talk to Madame Claptrap after that.
That
We'll
crit card
overkill
was
her.
fantastic.
My goodness, was it?
It was pretty amazing.
Pato, is Petra smart enough to just identify these items we have now?
Oh yeah. Did you
So you're
want to
gonna
know?
the great sword is what I'm interested in right now, but I want to know about that cloak and stuff later. So
All right. If you got time for the great sword, Sam, I can give you that.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, hang on. Let me bring up that part of my notes.
Well, you go give it to her then.
The sword, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
David's off making sweet gun love.
So, how are you approaching her?
we found this giant sword, and we can't quite figure out what it means. Do you know anything about this?
Hmm?
pulled it out of the bag and handed it to him.
Oh, a magic sword. No, wait. A blessed sword. No, this is a holy relic. Wow.
A holy relic. Can we do a religion insight then?
Sure.
Or check to see if it pops up.
All right, you crit your religion shot. That's fine. This is not from any god you can tell. From the feel of it, It's not a familiar deity. And Pitra kind of chimes in, like when you try to examine it, she's like, "Oh, I can tell by the feel. I've held a few holy relics in my time, and the feeling is unmistakable. Of course, I've only held holy relics of Perilia, though every god is a bit different, I'm sure. I mean, this one feels like a holy relic, but not like one blessed by Perilia. Perilia's attention's like, it's like being kissed by the sun, and that holy relic has received some attention from Perilia, not this one. This one's got like a slow, cold, vengeful kind of attention from whatever god blessed it. Maybe a protective or vindictive sort of minor god. Hey, it could even be from a genius loci or even a genii locorum.
I don't know. Sounds a lot like Sun goes for the god there. It's vindictive and petty.
I beg to differ, Yellow One. My
You might
God,
need some
it's petty.
popcorn, guys.
Well, the point is, this is either a minor deity or a genius loci, which is just a fancy phrase for local guardian spirit or minor deity. Nothing like Perilia or other gods. They tend to be associated with more abstract concepts like love or charity or war, etc. A genius loci would be tied to a geographical place or maybe a particular set of people.
Any chance this is a phylactery?
I don't think it's a phylactery, although something happened to impress whatever this was out there. Maybe if the wielder of this relic continues to impress this being, it will impress upon you more blessings.
Well, looks like Sun Go's got him a new toy.
So, because it's a greatsword, can I use it one-handed or?
No, sorry. It's like I explained last time, it's really long. It's made to where you can either use it as a greatsword, but the hilt of it is long enough where you could couch it like a lance. So it's like long and thin, and you can also use it as like a sort of charging weapon.
I could just see it. Treader just like laying it out and just start charging people down a hallway with it.
And I will show you the handouts for these particular magical items right quick. There's the great sword right there. And the scabbard, I'll bring that up as well. And this kind of tells you what's behind it.
Can we put the greatsword into the scabbard?
It's a little big.
Ooh,
Yeah, but we'll let,
That's
we'll
what
let-
she said.
Claptrap could figure out a way to get it in there.
Claptrap, you think you can stretch your hole a little bit to accommodate a great sword?
We'll find out next time.
You got
Yeah.
a lady that hook you up there. Speaking of your hole and our daggers, I need to give you this flamey dagger because random lady said you would be better with fire.
Well,
Did
it's
we
not,
already-
it's not
did we already
flaming
do
anymore
that?
because you struck something with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's now a normal dagger forever until you put it back in my hole. I mean,
Ooh.
scabbard.
Well, time to be putting it in holes then.